welcome to Fifth Dimension. So for today's reading, we are going to be looking into what ripple effect your energy is having internally and externally currently in your life. So that is essentially your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions and how those are affecting, and more than likely all of them compiled together. So for pile number 1, we have the clear quartz. For pile number 2, we have citrine. And for pile number 3, we have the green aventurine. So as always, choose whichever you feel most drawn towards, and if that's more than one, I would trust that loves. I'll see you at your piles. Hi, pile number 1. I don't know what I said. Thank you for joining me for your reading. Let's go ahead and get right into your reading. I'm seeing abundance coming through, so I'm feeling right away a ripple effect that you're having as you're planting really strong seeds. Not only are you planting strong seeds, but you're also watering and fertilizing and reading books. Just kidding. Alright. Pile number 1, how are they affecting? Card number 19, Waking the Lion. Let me get one more. So that was intended for internally. I didn't even get to finish saying it though. So let's get one for externally. What ripple effect is pile number 1 having externally in your life currently? We have card number 47, Sacred Reverence. And then I'm going to pull some tarot just to further clarify. I'm going to take the one that flopped out for internal. Let me get one to clarify external. And then, yeah, let's just do that. Alright, so we have the devil for clarifying Waking the Lion. I'm not judging pile number 1. For card number 47, the Sacred Reverence, externally we have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's something that you're manifesting, but I do want to pull. I'm going to put these as the main energies. Sorry, I never have a plan going in pile number 1. You're always the guinea pig. So let me get 3 cards to clarify how this is affecting pile number 1 internally. How is this main energy affecting them internally? One more, please. Okay, that was it. Another one wanted to come. Oh, you got 4. Okay. Let's get 3 for how their energy is affecting externally. Pile number 1, we have some things to talk about. Alright. I'm going to put this aside. Let me actually tell you what it is really quick, just so that way you don't think I'm lying about this talk we need to have. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the 10 of Wands. And then we have the 3 of Swords. So your ripple effect is rippling for damn sure, pile number 1. Your internal energy, Waking the Lion and the Devil, how it's ripple affecting within you, okay? We have the Chariot. We have the 9 of Cups. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles, as well as the 3 of Cups. So I actually do want to pause with the energy really quick because I'm awkward. Okay, so pile number 1, what I'm getting, this is the main energy, right? This is your main energy and how it's affecting you internally. So this is thoughts, feelings, actions internally. So let's not say actions, actually let's say thoughts and feelings, because this is internal. So Waking the Lion and the Devil, the first thing that it's giving me is like something that had been almost like imprisoned, something that had been, yeah, because that's like the devil, right? You see the chains and they are holding back, restricting, having bondage. So something that was making you feel restricted, held back in bondage. It even almost looks like whatever's being uncovered here in the devil energy was behind bricks, and something was being burnt down, and that would strongly connect with Awakening the Lion. So some fire energy, Leo perhaps. But regardless, didn't we have some lions thing? That's too funny. Yeah, I'm so bad, right? It's called the Lion's Gate, and I knew that, but I like, yeah, because I saw it all over the place, and I was just like, yeah, with the lions. Just kidding. Yeah, my lion was roaring for sure. Just kidding. Maybe that energy, if you're into astrology, or I don't even know if that's astrology. Is that astrology? I don't know. But anyways, that may have something to do with it. Regardless, something ignited in you, some fire in you, some really pulling energy, right? Because that's what passion feels like. Passion feels wanting something, the desire for. So some desire for something within you almost like unleashed something that had been in prison, that had been restricted, that had felt like in bondage, that had felt... I heard like it hadn't come out to play, so maybe that's why it comes out in the devil energy, like very like held back, like a lot of, like it has a lot of, I'm going to say momentum, but it sort of just feels like there's a lot of, what is it? Yeah, I guess like the fire. It's just like repressed. Yeah. Repressed something. Repressed desire, perhaps, that was being held back. Something like that. Your thoughts and feelings, perhaps, or intentions is what I'm sort of getting into something that you strongly desire is causing some growth to happen internally, okay? Because we have the Chariot, which indicates movement. Then we have 2 cards of 3. So we have the 3 of Pentacles and we have the 3 of Cups, which is also movement. The 3, at least, the number. It's about movement. It's about moving stagnant energy. So 3, 3, and then the Chariot coming in. So fast moving energy, getting things shifting fast internally is what this fire is doing. It feels like, you know what I'm seeing? Like that thing that they put into, to like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I can't think of the word, and I'm not going to think of the word because I don't even think it's in my vocabulary. But yeah, like in the bottom of a ship, and it feels like wherever it is that you are intending, wherever it is that you are desiring and putting a lot of thought and energy into, thought and intention. I keep on hearing intention. So you're putting a lot of thought and intention towards something that was sort of like dormant or held back. Not dormant. It sort of feels like you had held it back. That devil energy is like, right? It's like, I had to do it twice because it's heavy that way. That devil energy. But because of this, it's causing movement. It's causing things to... maybe bricks to come down, maybe walls to come down, since that's what it looks like. And for movement to want towards your happiness, because that's what the 9 of Cups is. Like what it is that you personally identify with wanting, with desiring. So it would actually really match with the main energy that I got. So internally your energy is being affected in a positive way. It's creating movement. I keep on forgetting to mention that when I paused to sit with the energy, I paused at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's another 3333. So you might want to Google that, pile number 1. But internally, yes, that's what's happening now. That's the ripple effect that your energy is having on you internally. It's moving some energy. It's moving things along. There's some growth that's happening, and you may be experiencing this as challenge. But this growth that is happening, that there's resistance in it. Now that I'm obviously with the devil, it's opposite energies. Waking the Lion is like energy wanting to flow, energy wanting to move. Fire is movement. Fire is all sorts of movement. That's why it's associated with dance, right? So this fire wants to move, and it needs to move in order to survive, right? And this is the opposite energy. The devil is restriction. The devil is the lack of movement, because whatever's holding the back. That's the devil energy, is whatever's behind the holding back. Because really what it represents is an invisible barrier, an invisible bondage. The bondage that never really existed, the bondage that was created internally. So it's beautiful that it came out for internal energy, and that ripple effect is being undone. I like that. For you, pile number 1, but let's now have a talk. The good thing is that the main energy for what you're directing it as far as action goes, I'm going to take this as action because this is external. So whatever actions you're putting in, have the intention. That's where intention comes in. I needed to hear it for this. Because the actions that you're taking have good intention behind them energetically, but that's not how they're playing out energetically, because actually energetically what they're doing is causing chaos. We have the core. I was listening to corn earlier, so maybe that's why. The 4 of Cups. We have the 10 of Wands, chaos. We have the 3 of Swords, chaos. Like, it's like you're traumatizing people. You're sending people to therapy, pile number 1. This is whoever is dealing with you, sitting in the bed, talking to their therapist, like, and then pile number 1 was mean to me in this way. Just kidding. I don't know what it is that you're doing, but I just got, like, maybe you're, like, shooting some of that fire in misdirected ways and hurting people's feelings. Is sort of what I'm getting. Yeah, maybe I'm hearing letting people have it. Are you letting people have it? Because, I mean, I'm about letting people have it when it's, you know, there was so many things that I wanted to say, but none of them were going to come out the right way. So, you know what I mean. all in right time, right place, right? So I feel like this is not right time, right place. I feel like some of this, maybe all of it, some of it is misdirected. Probably because of the chaos that you're experiencing from this, what may feel like this. You may be getting whiplash from feeling pulled to something and then the devil being like doing that to you. But it's yourself, right? It's your own internal energy. It's you being like, I want that, and then the devil being like, yank. So you may be getting whiplash and taking that out on other people. That's just a maybe, right? But that's sort of what I'm getting, okay? Let me get an energy card on this. I'm so glad I put these out. Let me get an energy card for this energy. Tell me more about how pile number 1 is having a ripple effect externally, please. Externally, please tell me. I'm seeing a big ass mask. There's something you're not being honest about, pile number. And this can, no. I was about to say this can be internally, like you're lying to yourself about something, but no, you're not lying to yourself about something. You know something. You're just not behaving in a way that is reflecting what it is that you know. Do you know that it's causing chaos, pile number 1, on the people around you? Look at this guy getting his therapist. He's all distraught. Look at this person feeling, I don't know what this feeling is, but you're making somebody feel like this. And like this. Because of this. So I'm kind of glad that I did this reading. Because I have a feeling that you're not aware. And the reason why I say that is because of this. This is your intention behind it all. Wanting something, but whatever action you're putting forth is not reflecting that. So whatever that is for you, I don't know what that is for you. But look at these energies. Wanting something solid coming from a place within you. Coming from a place of home, I'm hearing. wanting a home, solid home, foundation. That's what I'm hearing. So, but this is not reflecting. Whatever actions you're putting out there is not reflecting that, and it's actually causing a lot of chaos to somebody. Or I'm hearing somebody. It may be multiple people. It may be everyone around you. Let's hope not. I try not to judge, but this is heavy energy of a ripple effect. I want to get you one of these. What do we need to hear? What does pile 1 need to hear? This is a significant person. This is a significant person that you want something with, but your actions are not reflecting that, and it's hurting this person, pile number 1. And this is going to be a very specific. So if it doesn't resonate with you and you're not doing anything to hurt anyone by not being honest about something that you know that you're not being honest about, then this is not a message for you. Okay? And I apologize for being like that, but I just feel like your guides are wanting me to get after you, whoever this is resonating with. This, obviously, I didn't want to say love, but then look what came up. The Union of Hearts, card 28. A love connection defies explanation. There's a love connection that actually might even connect to what's going on internally. But this love connection that defies explanation is causing you chaos internally. That's understood. However, this energy that you are rippling out is causing pain, it's causing chaos, it's causing what feels like the final something, the final breath is what I'm hearing. Yep, the final breath, the final beat. The final beat is now what I'm hearing. That sounds so dramatic, right? Your guides are so dramatic today, but I don't know what this is. This is somebody that's important to you. And it is a somebody. And this is only a very specific message, okay? So take that only if it resonates. That is what I got for you. Actually, because that felt like it went to a very specific way, let me pull another one for everybody else who does not resonate. I say everybody else like there's so many people watching this. In the future, it is a timeless reading. 41. Do something for someone. Give your attention to another. It may or may not connect to the previous message about this person, but I kind of have a feeling that it does, like, also. But regardless, pile number 1s, if you resonated with the rest of the reading, do something for someone. Give your attention to another. Okay? That is what I got for you, pile number 1. Remember the ripple effect. Thoughts, feelings, and actions have an effect internally and externally. All right, loves? I will see you next time. Hi, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this citrine, then you're at the right place. So let's go ahead and get the main energies as far as what ripple effect you are currently having internally and externally. This card came out in pile number 1, but also when I was shuffling, the cards that kept on showing themselves to me had to do with healing and opening the heart center for love. So, pile number 2, how is their energy? It's, nope, that's too many cards. Let's try one more time. Look, this is the one that showed itself to me already. Healing your heart center and opening it up at the same time is what I keep on feeling, alright? So, let's do this. Pile number 2, how is their energy having a ripple effect on them internally? Into me, I see. That connects beautifully. Alright, so externally, you're definitely healing your heart. Pile number 2. love that. I can definitely resonate with that too. Yeah, a lot of introspection is what it feels like with Into Me, I See. So there's deep diving. I feel like you're in the process of really deep diving right now. Let's get one main energy to connect and clarify Into Me, I See. One main energy for Into Me, I See. We have the Five of Swords, which would indicate the energy of being lied to, being tricked, losing. It feels like being tricked. It feels like the feeling of being lied to, being tricked, is sort of what you are currently focused on internally healing. Okay, so what about externally? Okay, we got two. I'll take them. Externally, we have the Ten of Swords and the Empress. I love this so much. This makes me proud of me. Yay me. This is good energy. This is endings. Externally, you are putting things to an end to really put yourself in the energy of the Empress and what feels like real beautiful healing energy. Ugh, I love this greens and it's like glistening in the sun to me. It feels very like cartoons that I used to watch. Oh, what was the little thing? You the gnome. David the Gnome. David the Gnome? David the Gnome. If you know, you know. I think that was his name. Oh my god, that's like from childhood. That's too funny. I never thought of that in such a long time. Alright. Let's get 3 cards for internal. Why did I say David the Gnome? Oh, because the land is so ethereal and green and just, it glistened. It was so magical. Woo! That's what I feel like your energy is radiating externally right now. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. What else? For internal. How's the internal energy having a ripple effect? Okay, we got 2 more. And external. Give me 3 cards, please. External, how is it having a ripple? Okay, we got 4. This is interesting as fuck. Because the other card that showed us up for me was in pile 1, and pile 1 got in how their actions are affecting. Externally, they got the Three of Swords also, that their energy was unknowingly, or something that they were doing was unknowingly causing somebody to feel very heartbroken, very sad, very distraught, very... I'm like, wait, I'm not hurting anybody. Y'all, what did I do? We have the High Priestess, trusting your intuition. We have the Five of Pentacles, leaving somebody out in the cold. And then we have the Nine of Swords, having a lot of anxiety. What the fuck? Okay. I'm going to need to have a pause on this one. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, that got a little too personal. And I was like, no, I'm going to fight you on this one. Yeah, this is really personal to me because I always resonate, or not always, but most often than not, I'll resonate with my pile 2 readings. If you're one of my subscribers, you already know that. So, seeing that my actions, which it makes sense, but I'm fighting it, okay? I had a little fight. The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords in the main energy. So for pile number 2, we're starting off with external energy, and then we'll bring it back to internal. Okay, we're doing opposite. It's opposite day. This energy of healing the heart, while well-intentioned, which is also marrying pile number 1, because pile number 1 was well-intentioned. This is also well-intentioned. It was whatever actions you are taking in your life, pile number 2, it is for the intention of your own protection. To protect your heart that you are currently focused on healing and undoing wounds, to put yourself back in your natural state of femininity. Complete femininity, right? High Priestess, super in tune, and the Empress. Those are the most beautiful energies, and they're the ones I personally resonate with most, which I love to see that in a pile number 2 reading, because all of this resonates. However, when I did see it mirrors exactly pile number 1 in the essence that the logic behind the actions that you are currently taking, pile number 2, are well-intentioned on your end for preserving yourself, is what I keep hearing, okay? For preserving yourself when it comes to this. This is why you are taking actions based off of this. Whatever's going to keep that safe for you, okay? Now, the thing is that in doing so, there has been things that you have had to close off, put ends to. This could be like walls, this could be boundaries, this could be complete closures, this could be whatever, however that is to you, walking away completely from something. This could be career, this could be relationship, this could be anything, a move, this could be leaving behind your whole life in order to start something new. Take that however it resonates for you, okay? But whatever decisions you're making, they're coming from a place of this, of you trying to put yourself, which is well-intentioned, right? You're trying to keep yourself in your best energy, and that's well-intentioned. However, in following your intuition and taking action in order to protect yourself, there are actions that you are taking that are going against your intuition, or at least, let's say, your first inclination. And that is understandable, right? It feels like trigger. We have the Five of Pentacles, which feels like abandonment, which feels like lack of worth. So something that made a trigger as far as lack of worth to you caused you to react from a place of fear. Some reactions that you're having are fear-based, and because those reactions are coming from fear, they are causing this. Unknowingly to you, again, this feels the same. This feels the same, and this is why I was just in shock, because I'm just like, well, this is exactly what I was trying to avoid in a specific situation. But somehow I found myself in this situation is that I did not want to, that's the last thing I wanted to do, is hurt anybody's feelings. And so seeing this card really like, yeah, because that's never my intention, right? So I'm angry. All I was doing was following my intuition, and I feel like you're following your intuition too. So having awareness of my actions outside of me based off of fear, that it's true. This resonates with me. Now you only take this if it resonates with you, pile number 2, but my first inclination was towards, my very first inclination was towards. But what I ended up doing was the opposite. I felt fearful immediately. Why? Because of this trigger. The trigger of lack of self-worth. And in ripple effect, my action out of fear. But what I was getting with my guides, what I was discussing with my guides, was that this was necessary, is what I got. What took place, whatever actions that you took based off of fear, needed to happen, apparently. Okay. So let's go to internal energy. Into me, I see. We have the Five of Swords. I am going to clarify this after, but I just want to shift energy really quick. We have the card Into Me, I See, and Five of Swords. So this resonates with this feeling of what's going on externally. That lack of self-worth trigger. Internally, what's going on with you is causing you to go in there and reflect. Okay, fine, I get it. Ugh, I hate this so much. I hate when everything becomes a fucking lesson, a spiritual lesson, and everything always is. And this is bothering me so much because now it makes sense why we started off externally to internally. Because remember when I stopped and I was just like, they said that it needed to happen. Now it makes sense. This is why it needed to happen. The trigger that you experienced that caused you to react out of fear, now having awareness of how you reacted out of fear is bringing awarenesses within you of things. It's just like shifting things up that needed to be seen that are within you. Okay? Why? Because you're doing your best to put yourself in this energy. And you can't fully maintain this energy until you've completely cleared out these energies from within you. Okay? Any of those feelings of being tricked, yeah, a loss, feeling like there's a loss, like something got away, like, yeah, it just feels like tricked. I don't know. Deceit, lied to, played is what I'm hearing. Take that however resonates. And then we have the Eight of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. And then we have the Eight of Wands. For what's going on with you internally. The ripple effect of you going into reflection is causing release. Internally, whether you realized it or not, there was something that was restricting you. And the thing is, like, this looks all pretty, right? If you pay attention to just the little pretty vines, you just see, like, oh, this dragon's all decorated and pretty. It's something that was, like, sort of subconscious is what I'm getting. Very subconscious. Something that you were aware that was there, but this is all you were seeing. You weren't paying attention to this and how much it was actually holding you back. And this is internal, so this is thoughts and intentions. Whatever thoughts and intentions you were strongly putting energy into, we're actually creating you a pretty little cage. And now it's awareness for you. The ripple effect that you diving in deep this time, this specific time, at the time that you were watching this reading, because it is timeless, is causing you to realize that you had created a pretty little cage for yourself internally, energetically. It was like your thoughts and intentions were being put into this little cage, and this little cage mostly. I'm not going to say only, but I'm going to say mostly. I'm hearing eggs in one basket. Yeah, that connects. And then we have the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. These are both energies of movement. So you're being released. You released yourself. This internal reflection that you are currently having is causing you to be able to have awareness of the pretty little cage you built for yourself with wherever you were directing a lot of your thoughts and intentions, and being able to release yourself from it willingly. So this is pretty. And I resonate with this 100%. It's actually everything that I've been resonating and reflecting on today. So it's funny. Yeah. Pretty little cage. You're now released. Alright, so let me pull, actually for both. Let me pull I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just all riled up. I'm emotional. I'm such an emo baby right now. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. Literally, this is so mirrored. This is not the same card, right? No. The other one said something else. Yeah, the other one had animals, like little deer and stuff, but it was literally the same message about showing love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. Let me get one more. We have be willing to express love. Express love to receive love. Card number 6. Okay. Sure. Let me get an energy card for this. What do we need to know? Victory. This feels like connecting to the energy about something that needed to happen. It was like a mind trap. Your thoughts and intentions, which is literally swords and wands, your thoughts and intentions were really swirled up and being directed into a pretty little cage. But now, you're going to be free to use that towards whatever it is that you're now going to direct it to. So whatever it is that you're now going to direct all of this tornado and dragon fire towards is no longer going to be trapped in a little cage. All of this potential that was being eggs in one basket, I keep on hearing, is going to be available to use for whatever it is that you want to use it for. And it's going to be like a nuclear bomb. Whatever you put that energy into is going to be like a nuclear bomb. So watch out. I love that. I feel like I need to get something else. Yeah, just because why not, right? Let me get an animal. Let me get a cute little animal for you, pile number 2, and then we'll stop recording and end this. I was like, am I even recording? I got scared for a second, but I wasn't. Because this phone's different. Can I please get one last message for pile number 2? Oh, I guess we're getting 2. We have card 68, Wombat Spirit. Be at home. And 57, Squirrel Spirit. Believe in yourself. I am at home. I like being at home. And I do believe in myself. And you should too, pile number 2, because that's what your guides are wanting you to do. This is all about Empress energy, to be honest. Believing and being at home. That's the energy. That's the energy you're working towards. Remember, this, I'm going to get guidance for this because this is bothering me. And if it's bothering you, I don't know if it is. It's bothering me, so I'm going to get some cards. What guidance do you offer for pile number 2 in regards to that? Well, that was fast. 6 of Pentacles, balance. Ooh, this was my card for the day this morning. This is going to bring things back into balance in your life if you've been feeling out of balance. So if it's a little bit of a, I don't know. Does it feel, is that karma? I'm seeing, yeah. Anyways, that's what I got for you, pile number 2. Until we vibe again. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this green Aventurine, then you're at the right place. Alright, so let's go ahead and get your main energies for internal and external ripple that you are causing with your energy. 33 with ears wide open. What about external? 17 with the storyteller. Alright. Let me go ahead and get tarot also. Put your energy right here. Oh, that was fast. We have the Fool for internal clarification and 17 the storyteller. Clarify for me, please. Internally, I'm getting like you're trusting your instincts and getting better at it. Yeah. Confirmation. You're picking this up externally too. I love that. Alright, so let's get 3 main energies for how your internal action or your internal whatever. The 3 cards came out. Now external. Pile number 3, external ripple. External ripple. I think this wants to come out, but the 10 of Wands came out in pile number 1, and it's coming out again here. What is the external ripple at this time for pile number 3? Give me one last energy for the external ripple that pile number 3 is causing. The 4 of Swords, the 5 of Swords. I feel like all these 3 piles are completely mirrored right now. This is crazy. They're basically almost all the same, but slightly different. Internally, card number 5, the Hierophant. We have the King of Pentacles internally. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, I can't even grab it. The 5 of Pentacles internally. And then we have the freaking Queen of Pentacles also. So we have a complete counterpart come out for your internal energy, okay? A ripple effect of an internal energy is giving me union. Oh, hardcore with the Hierophant. Internally, you're committing. Ooh, I love this. Instinctually, too. Because it's coming based off of instinct. Feeling guided towards this new start. Oh, I love that. Okay, pile number 3, thank you. Okay, now this one's different. Never mind. They're not the same. The external feels kind of the same, though, but we'll get to that. We have the 5 of Presents, which actually, yeah, that did come out in internal energy. For who? I don't remember. I think it was actually like the trigger energy. Yes, it was the trigger energy for pile number 2, which was the 5 of Pentacles. Is that like lack, loss, worth, lack of worth. Let me sit with this energy. It's slightly conflicting, but I'm going to get to the bottom of it. Okay, OMG, pile number 3. This is interesting. And it's coming through pretty clearly, actually, because at first I was like really confused, but then all of a sudden it started filling pretty nicely. So let me get to this, okay? So the main energy for what it is that you are rippling internally. So internally, that would be where your thoughts and intentions, where it is that you're putting heavy thoughts and intention towards in your mind. And feelings, and that is really the strong energy of you're trying to trust your instincts, and your instincts are guiding you somewhere. Just like you see Jack right here, he's just like almost like they're on the search, like they know there's something out there to find, right? At least that in the movie, he's just like, let's go see what's out there, like, because I need something different, and it's tired of the same old routine. And he goes out there and he's looking for something. He just instinctually, right? Instinctually, with the fox right here, trusting the senses. 33 might be significant to you, but instinctually going out there, feeling called to go away from the norm and setting strong intention towards that. But then when we get into how is that affecting, like going out there in a search, how is it affecting you internally? Well, internally, this is where it's leading you to. And instinctively, I feel like you know this is where you're being led to. And this is like what feels like, it feels like higher level commitment. So whatever that is for you, wherever you're at, a step up to something serious, it sort of feels like. And it feels like a really strong match. And I feel like you know that instinctively. You know you're feeling guided towards this, and so your thoughts and your intentions are sort of on the end game. However, there's a piece missing, is what I was noticing. Pile number 3, there's a piece missing, because here's like the beginning of the story, if you will. Like, oh, one morning I woke up and I felt the spidey sense to go out and search for something different than what I've been doing this entire time, right? And instinctively being pulled and sort of like getting better at reading those instincts is sort of what I'm getting. And it sort of feels like intuition, really, is what it is. Like getting stronger at recognizing your intuition is sort of what it's giving me. But then it's just like, I know that there's something that's guiding me to. That's the beginning of the story. And it's just like, okay, he set out in the search of something. And then when we get into the ripple effect that it's having, all of a sudden it puts you to the end of the story. And they lived happily ever after, right? It takes you there immediately. But it's just like, where's the rest of it? And I feel like that's where you're probably trying to figure out. It feels like this duck is moving away from feeling lack of. This duck is moving away. He's on his little skateboard and he's moving away, quacking away from lack of. The lack of something. He's moving away from and towards the ending, right? The happy ending. But it feels like there's the chunk of the middle missing. How does he find it? When does he find it? How does he get there? Regardless, he knows that he's trusting on intuition and trying to figure out, like, how do I get to the end? I know what I want, and I know that I'm being guided there, but I just don't have the middle part figured out. Like, how does it happen? And then that moves us to the external. So externally, the main energy that you are in is the High Priestess, which is exactly trying to fill out the pieces. That's what intuition is. It's just like, it's what tarot is also, right? Like divination is really like connecting to High Priestess energy and trying to figure out, where do I go from here? I need guidance. I need to fill in the middle chunk of what I'm focused on internally in order to take actions externally. And having blank pages. Being like, well, what now? Intuition, now that you're giving me, strong guidance and making me move, I feel you, intuition. I feel you pulling me towards something new, towards something different, towards something exciting. And I feel like it's going to be happily ever after energy for me. This doesn't even have to be a partnership, but I strongly feel like it is. But if it's not a partnership, this is just happily ever after. What makes you feel happily ever after? But then you're just like, okay, intuition, do your thing. Like externally, you're like trying to follow intuition and perhaps following intuition, but it's still not filling in the middle for you quite the way you feel it needs to fill it out. And that's okay. 17 is strongly giving me divine timing. Y'all, I have been seeing 17 everywhere. So before I was getting it a lot and then it sort of like slowed down, but I was still seeing 17s and now it's like on crack. It's amplified. I've been seeing 17 everywhere. The other day I found a little sticker of a 17 on my daughter's pant as I was ironing her stuff for school. I was like, stop it. Like, even in her freaking school clothes. I'm getting messages. And she's just like, you with all your magic. Just like Kaylee. Okay, so externally, you beginning to allow your intuition to guide you towards filling out the missing pieces. It feels wild, right? It feels wild and it's causing a bit of chaos is what it feels like is happening. We have the 5 of Needles, which is like the 5 of Wands, which is feeling a lot of chaos. So there may be chaos going on externally. Then we have the 10 of Wands, so a lot of wand energy. It feels like actions. It feels like domino. Yeah, this is literally what this reading's about, right? Bye. I just saw dominoes, like, and then them all going down, and I was like, yeah, that's what this reading is themed about, right? Anyways. It feels like something that caught fire really, really quick. Something that kind of got out of hand really quick. With flames, I just see, like, curtains. Like, you know how you see in dramatic movies where all of a sudden, like, a curtain or a candle gets knocked over and then immediately it's just like, whew. That's sort of what it feels like something that kind of got out of hand really quick and then needing to take a pause. It's like fast chaos and then just calm and silence. So maybe this being reflected as like intuitively all of a sudden getting like strong intuitive impulses for this, and this, and then all of a sudden things just sort of like took a life on its own. And then you feeling like radio silence from your guides, which doesn't surprise me because my guides do this shit to me all the damn time where they're just like, I'm guiding you towards this. And then I'm just like, okay. And then they're just like, it all goes to shit. I think I said this before, but that's the way that it feels all the time. And then I'm just like, but you said. And then they're just like, find the answers within. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? But anyways, I feel like that's what they're doing to you. Like they guided you to do something and then shit hit the fan and then you're just like, well, what now? And then they're just like, find the answers within. Which also connects with Pile 2 because they had into me, I see. So that may be something that your guides are trying to get you to do, is to reflect. If you feel like shit hit the fan, analyze step by step how shit hit the fan and what, if this is a different person or whatever the opposite of the conflict is. It doesn't have to be a person, right? It can be literally anything. So whatever the opposite represents the conflict, play out step by step how that energy escalated in conflict. Play out your own part step by step, how you escalate into conflict. Your guides want you to reflect on that in order to start filling your own pages. I feel like, oh, I'm hearing, what is it called? You can lead the horse to water. You can lead the horse. Oh, why do they give me these things? And then I don't know these. These are hard. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. Is that it? Something like that, okay? So it's like your guides were getting your attention, and absolutely confirmation were absolutely putting you in tune with your intuition so that you can hear them, so that you can find the signs, so that you can know and have awareness that they're here. You have the sense to connect to them. You have the sense to listen to them. You have the sense to trust when they're pulling you towards something and to follow it. I feel like you're becoming very strongly in tune and aware of that. And you're aware that it's guiding you towards your happy ending. Happy ending. Happily ever after. Don't judge me. And then we have externally here, you feeling in chaos, but the thing is they gave you the tools already. They taught you how to be in tune. So being in tune with the signs around you of the universe is also the same reflection you need to have in being in tune with your higher self, which is within. Your higher self is actually within you. So that's why you need to reflect within. Close your eyes. Sit with the situation, calm yourself down, and reflect it step by step. There's something to be gained there. Once you've reflected all of that, then listen to your higher self. And then, oh, that's crazy. I just got complete radio silence on both my ears. You know when your ears adjust to frequencies? And all of a sudden you hear things sound different, and it just sounded like a ringing at first, but it was a really strong shift. What does that mean? There's things shifting around you that are very subtle that your guides really want you to be in tune with. Because it feels like things are changing fast. And it's almost like you have to catch the frequency, you have to catch the message, you have to catch the guidance, but you have to be looking at the right time in order to get the impulse towards what it is they're trying to push you towards what it is that they're trying to bring. So really be in tune with subtle energies. You got to ground yourself, pile number 3, because I feel like this is important. This is important in writing whatever story is going to lead you to your happy ending. I'm just going to go with happy ending because it sounds happy. All right. Trust. Ground yourself. Really connect with yourself, because I feel like things are going to be shifting. And you need to be in tune with what to do next in the real time. It's hard to get the habit of, to be honest, because at first, like, I used to be so bad at being in tune with my intuition. Like, I needed to sit with it for a good ass while. I'm making no decisions until I have sat with my intuition a good long ass while. But as you work on it more and more, which is, I feel like, what you have been doing, as you work with it more and more, you start to be able to do it, like, in real time, right? Trust the intuition. Stop reflect. What is it telling me? Okay, take action. And I think that's what they're trying to, I heard train you to do pile number 3. Okay, I don't like saying that. That sounded ugly, but regardless, that's what they said. So that's what I said. Let me get you guidance. What do we have for guidance for pile number 3 in regards to this energy and what they're experiencing externally? We have the 6 of Needles. 6 of Needles is moving away of anything that's causing restriction, anything that's causing the lack of movement. Because the 6 of Needles is the boat moving, and it's so funny that this came out. That this card came out, because it's reminding me, I'm seeing the traditional Rider Waite. Yeah, 6 of Swords, where it's the boat and it's moving along in the river, right? Move things along. It's time to move things along, trying to get things in flow. But they want you to be in the flow, is what I'm getting from this. Yeah, they want you to be in the flow. Open flow is what I'm hearing. Open-minded flow? Open-minded flow. Keep your mind open. Okay, keep your mind open. I was hearing the song Karol G, El Barco, which is about a boat. The boat. Bye-bye. Yeah. There's something about movement being indicated here for you. Let's see what we got for you as far as like oracles. Oracles for pile number 3 internally. Nope, that's way too many. We have focus on love showing it. So is there a dragon in here? Focus on love. Look for the good in everyone. There's a dragon. Love your dragon. I've been seeing dragons, lizards, snakes. 13. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. Let's get an external. 4. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Yeah, there's a lot of movement. Oh, sorry, I'm not even a view. There's a lot of movement that you need to get in the flow of, is sort of what I'm getting. There's a lot of movement around you that your guides are trying to nudge you to get into some sort of flow. Flow of trusting your intuition. Flow of keeping your mind open to trying new things. Getting out of your comfort zone is what I'm getting. Let me get an energy card on that. Getting out of your comfort zone. External ripple. Yeah, card number 15 with appreciation. This feels like gratitude. Express gratitude is what I'm getting. Okay. Yeah, that's what I got for you of internal, external ripple. I hope this resonated with you, pile number 3. Let me know if and how it did. And yeah, until we vibe again.